right. We're back. We've had a jam-packed show. Roger Ebert, Marty the Midget, Tiffany Taylor, the rapping grandma. Blah, 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 blah. Booga. Foofa Toofa. And look who joined us, Ralph.
Oh, yeah. Little fag Ralph, why won't he admit he's gay? Little fag Ralph, he'd fail the polygraph every day. Banging Terry Farrell, he couldn't care less, but when he met Brad Pitt, he made a mess. Little fag Ralph, he makes every hetero puke.
All right, there's the Ralph song. Gotta be excited about that. Way to go. You saw The Mummy. Was it good?
No.
No good.
No. Robin's right. It's like 45 minutes, like an hour goes by.
Did I use the microphone?
Like this?
That's it.
Nothing happens, and then for 10 minutes you see the Mummy, and then he turns into a normal guy.
Because the commercial looks so cool.
Yeah, there were some cool moments, but it's not worth the money.
Wow.
I think the Mummy looks so cool. I think it was so expensive to do they could only afford it for 10 minutes.
Maybe that was
maybe
that's why they
didn't that
used
look
it
cool?
longer.
Yeah,
it was the best part of the movie.
And there was a lame love story, and Brendan Fraser's a bore. I mean, he's really. Yeah. Even the chick was kind of dull, too, right?
Well, thank God for the supporting cast. That's what I say.
What is it, Dana?
Hi, Howard. How are you?
Hi.
I want to wrestle Ralph, challenge Ralph to do that.
Hey, now.
An ass beating.
What do you look like?
Well, I've been told I look like Cindy Crawford.
Hey,
now. Oh, I'll wrestle you.
All right.
Yeah, I'll wrestle you, Howard.
Damn right. My Ralph.
Is that what you're going to start doing, wrestling women?
I've done that already.
Models?
I should do that in Detroit.
But they weren't models.
I beat all their asses except one.
Now, who told you look like Cindy Crawford? A blind man or somebody?
No. I've been told several times I look like Cindy Crawford. I mean, not exactly, but...
Probably like Johnny Crawford.
Broderick Crawford.
Joanna.
Broderick Crawford.
Really going down.
10-4, 10-4. All right. Honey, no one wants to wrestle you.
I do.
Come on.
What, do you got a crush on him or something?
No, I want to kick his ass.
Really?
Seriously want to kick his ass.
Yeah, he got
He's a fag.
Thank you.
C-word.
He was in a fag over at the Playboy Mansion. I had to work. He goes over to the Playboy Mansion for the Playboy Playmate of the Year.
Dude, I got to thank you so much. That was so great over there.
And he had a great time.
I felt bad for you, too, because when I went with you, it wasn't happening. When I went, it was great.
I tried to tell my wife that because I said, she goes, why didn't you tell me you went to the Playboy Mansion? Because it sounds like I did something wrong.
It sounds wild.
Sounds wild.
When I went, it was pretty wild. But it was during the day, so it wasn't even as wild as I'm sure it gets. But they had Playmates from, like, back into the 60s, and a lot of them still look good.
Really?
And the girls were all friendly and talking to everybody. You figure they're going to be, like, all
stuck
up and stuff, and they were, like, friendly and fun.
And drinking.
Drinking.
They said they were all drunk. Not all, but a lot of them.
There were a few of them drunk.
And they were all talking to you.
Yeah, they were talking to everybody.
He was even in a car with 5 of them.
Wow.
And one of them was, like, Playmate of the Year.
Right.
Yeah. I left in a car. I left in a limo with 4 of them.
Right.
Where'd you go?
To do more drinking.
He was drinking with like 4 Playboy Playmates.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm working.
You got there was a bunch of old men.
Yeah, a bunch of old guys in pajamas watching a movie.
Yeah, but come on, wasn't that cool seeing Hef in the cab?
Yeah, it was cool. It would have been a lot cooler seeing some Playmates running around there.
His girlfriends were hot.
Yeah, they were hot.
Yeah, but they're his girlfriends.
Yeah, they don't even look at me. I mean, I think that's because Hef pays them so much. If they look at you, they get fired.
How old's Hef?
I get to see John Stamos.
70-something?
Hef is like 75. He looks like he's like 62, right?
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Those women, they keep you young.
Hey now. Hef wears pajamas. I thought that was a joke.
That's so cool.
He was really in pajamas.
Hey now.
Ralph is going to start wearing pajamas.
Oh, please. Now, we went down to the pool. Ralph's like in a robe. Like he's got a whole new look. Like we were trying to figure out, why is he in the robe?
Oh, no, because he
can't walk to the hotel and...
He's trying to get like into a whole Hef thing. Yeah, now he wears a robe.
That was before I saw him in his robe.
Yeah.
No, with Hef, it's eccentric. With you, it's crazy.
Yeah, you're whacked out.
White trash.
You should get a job.
I got a pretty good one. I was at the Playboy Mansion.
That's true. He's got a real good job.
Yeah, because he has time to hang out when things are happening.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I want to go here. I want to go there. And I'm like, it's like my kid. I send him.
Hey, Dad, can I go to the...
Hey, Dad, can I go to the Playboy Mansion? Sure. What do I care?
I got to thank Gary, too. He helped me.
Yeah, because I told him to.
I know, but...
All right, so let's do some news.
But Gary made the call. So
Gary did make the call. What's in the news, Robin?
Viagra works for women, too.
No kidding. I know a guy, I ain't saying names. He gave Viagra to a bunch of chicks the other night. He said it was unbelievable that a certain part of their anatomy got so rock hard and elongated.
What kind of girls is he with?
He said it's unbelievable.
Vampire girls.
He said you should see what happens to these women.
Who cares about that?
Well, they say that there's now scientific proof. A Boston University study of 17 women found that those using Viagra had significantly improved sexual performance compared to subjects taking a sugar pill.
Good, then put it in the water at the ladies' locker room. Because
subjectively, with regard to lubrication, sensitivity, the ability to have orgasm, and satisfaction, the women noted a significant difference.
Because it'd be so great if women were as horny as guys.
All of the women in the study were either past menopause.
Really?
Or had undergone a hysterectomy.
Oy vey.
But if they're not horny, does it make them horny?
Yeah, because they get engorged. They get engorged.
These two conditions lead to a loss of female sex hormones and can cause such problems as lack of sexual interest and vaginal dryness.
I have that. You know, that sounds like Spanish fly, you know what I mean? Remember? I don't think Spanish fly ever really existed. I don't think it existed. It was a myth. It was a myth that there was Spanish fly.
There isn't any real thing?
No, and if you gave it to a chick, she would get so horny that she'd even have sex with like a broom.
She didn't pale herself wherever she stood.
They say, although the study is small, it shows that the same physical mechanisms that make men impotent can cause sexual problems for women.
Imagine if women were as horny as men. The world would be insane.
Perfect.
The world would be overpopulated.
It would be like
more so than it is already.
You don't have to have kids.
You wouldn't have to go out on dates. Because they want to do it, too. I have to make him wait.
Yeah, you know, there's every chick you'll ever meet has a program. It's never the first time you're with them.
Ralph,
some of them it is.
When can you wait?
What do you mean, when can I wait?
When can you wait? How long do you want to wait?
I don't.
That's why women and men are different. They can.
Yeah. Well, women want to wait.
No, they don't want to wait.
Yes,
Most women,
do.
They just think they have to wait.
They do.
That's right.
They want to be in love.
No, they don't.
That's you. You're special.
Here's the way it works.
What?
Every woman, she'll see. Let's say you start to get romantic with her.
Okay.
Right? First time you get romantic, they'll kiss you, and possibly you can feel them up. They might even take their shirt off.
Right.
Okay.
That's the first time.
First time.
You've been out of it a long time.
Right. And then, am I right, Ralph? Seriously, for the most part, isn't it like that?
He's with
No, seriously.
not regular girls.
Who?
Yeah. Ralph.
Okay, but whatever. I don't care who they are.
Any girl, especially
second time, third base, maybe if the girl's even fast, and then maybe the fourth time, then you get the score.
But they all have
and they'll all do fellatio before they'll have intercourse.
But they all have the rules. Like some of it's a week, some of it's like dates, like 3 dates. Okay, 3 dates, and then I'll do this.
Right.
It's like, what's that? Don't they get worked up and just do it?
Yeah, can't you lose your mind and have sex?
Just do it.
Yeah.
With who?
With hot guys like us.
No,
there are some girls who do it. But you got to get them really drunk and high, and then
there's got to be something going on.
But that's what I'm telling
you.
But when they get,
you don't have to be drunk.
But when they get drunk and high, they're just doing what they want to do.
The biggest whore on the planet makes you wait.
Right. If she's straight.
Right.
She's thinking clearly.
Right.
You don't get the distinction. You can't do that under any circumstances. Drunk, sober.
But why would the guy want to wait? What do you want to wait?
Why would you want to wait? What's the point of waiting?
Because it's got to be special.
You're nuts. You're nuts. It's special every time. I want to wait.
I love the fact that we're getting dating advice from a homo and a guy that's been married 30 years.
Right.
Yeah, but a girl, but wait a second.
Yeah, Jackie, you're the only homo in this room.
Yeah, but trust me, Jackie, you're
the guy here. Trust me.
I'll cop to that.
And Jackie, you're the only guy who chases men with your genitals.
Yeah, really.
When you think about it.
And every 2 minutes, it's faggot this and faggot that. Who's the faggot? You're like Eddie Murphy.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Eddie Murphy, making all the homo jokes every 2 minutes, and then he gets caught with a tranny. I don't know what they were doing, but...
Right. Kiss and feed.
That's Jackie. He's going to get caught.
Oh, dear.
Shut up with your bad jokes and your crap. Your junk.
Let's get back to Viagra. Viagra actually, apparently, increases the blood flow in the genital area for both men and
Hold on,
women.
Ralph's thinking about doing something on his own once in his life.
What's that mean?
What the hell does that mean?
Why don't you write it down so Howard can see if it's funny, then you say it.
But there's one interesting difference between men and women.
Worthless piece of homo.
Oh, geez. Why do you two get into this?
You don't want to miss this.
Look at him.
Hey, I smell a fight.
Yeah, they just got under each other's skin.
Yeah.
I hit him once. He almost lost his mind.
Yeah. You ran like a girl.
I had a bruise, and you hit my bruise.
It wasn't a bruise. It was a tattoo, you idiot.
I'm sorry.
All right, what else is in the news, Rob?
Anyway, many of the women in the study were 22 to 71 and had psychological problems. And the difference between men and women continues because a woman with psychological problems, Viagra did nothing for her.
Right.
But men with psychological problems believe that Viagra works so they get some assistance.
All I know is men and women are so different. Man will have sex because he wants it. Woman will delay it because she has to think about it. Because she won't be perceived the wrong way.
She doesn't want her friends
But
to
it
think
is a thing. We have to have an emotional attachment.
Wow.
There is a difference.
Yeah, but Robin, don't you ever just get worked up like when you were at that Oz premiere and you're chasing all those guys around? Don't you
I
get
still
worked?
wouldn't have had sex with them.
You wouldn't
Why not?
No.
You're in love with those guys.
No.
What if one of the guys
You
said
have
to
a
you...
boyfriend. What if you were single?
No, even if I was single.
And what's his name? The big guy with the bald guy who wears the hat on the back of his head.
Agawande.
Yeah, I don't even know his name. But what if he wanted to go off with you? You wouldn't go off with him?
I couldn't.
Women can do...
But you've done a quickie.
What got you into that bathroom in 15 minutes?
It wasn't 15 minminutes. The guy worked
An hour.
hours.
Yeah,
we
but...
were there for a long evening.
Yeah, but he did you.
Well, yeah.
Anal sex.
I was in love.
Now, you take it if you need it.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
What do you mean? 5
You've been on
years
vacation.
without sex.
Remember you were on vacation in the Bahamas and you met that guy in the sailor outfit?
Sailor.
Yeah, you knew what I'm talking about. Yes, he was.
The guy dove under the ocean and brought me a shell. What are you
Oh,
talking
no
about?
wonder.
Oh,
wow.
That's so romantic.
See, you just have to do something romantic for them. They're just like us.
Right.
You just have to work.
When women want sex, well, I think some women don't. I don't think the sex drive is as strong in women as it is in men.
It's not a
So
sex
that's
drive. It's a love drive.
Women are so funny. How many times is
They want a daddy to take care of them.
How many times is that guy...
And you know what else is weird I'm learning in psychoanalysis? Us guys want a daddy to take care of us, but we're too macho to admit it.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a whole heavy thing. Very gay.
Who's your
daddy?
We're into some gay stuff here. Melvin, you're on.
Howard,
Yeah.
listen to me. Actually, I didn't want to say my name over the air because I don't know if I did was legal or not.
What?
But my ex-girlfriend, she found out I was messing around with one of her friends. We broke up. She couldn't stand me. She came over to my uncle's house to pick up some of her stuff. I was pleading with her. I put a little Viagra in her iced tea. She likes Snapple iced tea. She drank it. Next thing you know, a good hour and a half later, we were in bed.
Really?
Bada bing.
Bada bing, bada boom.
She caught that.
By the way, let me recommend to anyone in the audience not to slip anything in anybody's drink.
That's why I don't want you to say my name over the air.
Well, I did.
Well,
You should have said something up front. Why don't you give an alias?
Melvin is my, that's my nickname. That's not my real name.
Oh, okay.
But it actually worked. And not only that, she called the next day and apologized to me. She said she don't know what happened, but she doesn't want to have anything to do with me. But hey, I got a quick play.
Right.
She apologized to you for having sex with her.
There you go.
Did you say I got a quick play or lay?
Lay.
Oh, lay.
Play.
Play.
Oh, yeah, a quick play, But it worked. It worked. Like I said, I don't know what I did is legal.
Well, you're a good ad for Viagra, I'll tell you that.
It's legal, but it worked.
Oh, man. What is it, Tony? Excuse me, what is it, Tony?
How you doing, Howard?
Hey.
This show tomorrow, this elephant, it's about I think it's world's craziest animals. This elephant goes backwards and gets stuck, and the caretaker's head gets stuck on the elephant's rear. You hear something about that?
World's most dangerous animals?
I believe so.
You're telling me the caretaker, you're saying, what is that, on Fox?
Yeah.
You're telling me
I was watching it 2 days ago.
the elephant backs up onto the trainer and his ass
Gets stuck on, the guy's head gets stuck on the elephant's head. Elephant's head.
inside of it?
I don't know. It looks like he was rearing backwards, and then next thing you know, he's like, his hands are going crazy.
So the trainer's head got caught in the elephant's butt?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know anything about that?
Do I know anything about that? No, I don't.
An expert.
You're an expert on elephant butt.
But we do have somebody here, a Frenchman, who understands about that. No, we don't know anything about it.
All right, buddy.
Hey. Wow. That's funny.
Yeah, gotta watch that.
I'd like to see that.
Smells like peanuts.
Paula Jones is moving on. She, of course, is the woman who sued the president and with her investigation and eventually uncovered the president's affair with Monica Lewinsky and wound up with an out-of-court settlement that netted her some money. She's now starting a psychic hotline.
That's a loud mouth.
Her psychic line promises accurate answers for life's tough questions. Her estranged husband, however, is not really very happy about it, and it's rocking their already shaky marriage. He says, I'm appalled by it. Everything we work so hard for, vindication and a good name, she goes and drags it down to this level, he says. Reputation is all you have, and there you go. Now she's doing a psychic hotline arranged by Jack Gordon, who is the former husband of LaToya Jackson and Paula's new agent.
Yeah, Paula was all concerned with the truth. Meanwhile, she's got a bunch of psychics who don't have any psychic abilities, and she's duping people with it.
Right. She received between $5,000 and $15,000 on signing and will get a monthly share of the profits. She and her husband are separated. She's hoping they get back together. Her husband says he doesn't know what this will do to any attempts at a reconciliation. Even Paula's advisors tried to talk her out of this, but she went ahead anyway. Her husband says she's naive. That's how she gets into these messes. If she wasn't, she would never have gone up to that hotel room in the first place.
So he's saying it's not the president's fault.
Well, no, he's saying his wife is naive and never understands anything that's going on around her.
I'm naive. You know, our intern Mark just got a Superman tattoo. How many guys get that bad Superman tattoo?
Oh, he did.
A lot.
I told him not to.
Where is it?
Let's see it.
Who is Mark?
You know Mark.
I don't know anybody by name.
I don't either. I just pretend like I do.
Anybody?
You're too important.
Important enough.
What is Mark? Where'd you get it?
Let's see, stupid.
Let's see that tattoo. Why Superman? You're not Superman.
I like Superman.
Let me see. It's not even, it's too small for your arm.
It's too small. I told him he was going to get it. He should get it huge. And he got the black Superman.
Come on.
You got a black, where's the red and the yellow?
It doesn't look good.
It's off center.
He got the wrong one.
It's not even in the middle of your arm.
That's not even.
I'm not looking. I wasn't looking for it to get middle of the arm.
It's in the wrong place. What are you doing?
What?
It's supposed to be on your shoulder, dude.
No, I'm not.
It looks like he drew it himself.
I wasn't looking to get it on my shoulder.
It's horrible.
I see that.
Thanks.
Seriously, that's horrible. That doesn't even look like Superman.
You don't even know what that is.
You can't even see the S.
Yeah.
It's your arm off. Should have drawn.
Why don't you go
Tell
bigger?
him what it is. Tell him what Superman it is.
I know, the Superman with the black costume.
Close. He changed the S from red and yellow to red and black.
But there's no red in that.
Yeah, I just got an entirely black one. Thanks.
He knew what it was and did it wrong.
Looks good, man.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Sure. Thanks.
Oh, man.
Get one on the other.
It hurt though.
No, it don't.
Yeah, I was crying.
Pussy.
All right. I'll get out of here.
Go ahead.
Stupid kid.
Did you show your parents yet?
No. I wore a T-shirt the whole night last night.
That's why you got it so small, so your parents won't think it's that bad. But meanwhile, then you end up screwing it up and doing it wrong.
I like it.
Why didn't you do it bigger?
I don't want to get bigger.
Because he wanted it bigger.
I wanted it subtle.
But his parents...
Subtle?
Yeah.
It looks like a smudge.
Get out of here.
He wanted it subtle so his parents won't think it's so bad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, we know what you're up to. Come on, go ahead.
All right. See you later.
You should have gotten on your chest. Really big.
Yeah. Big yes, like the real
I would
Superman.
have full commitment.
I would have passed out if I got it on my chest.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Meanwhile, there's another trial going on in which the president's ladies are involved. Former White House volunteer Kathleen Willey testified yesterday that President Clinton was very forceful in an unwanted sexual advance near the Oval Office in 1993. His hands were all over me, she testified, for the prosecution in the trial of Julie Hyatt Steele, her former friend. She once again recounted the version of the story she gave to 60 Minutes, in which she said she went to the president for help and he groped her.
It made such a big deal out of it, the fact that, like, every time she tells her story, she tells it the exact same way, so she must be telling the truth. It's like, not really.
It's not that big a story.
Yeah, right.
He groped me. How hard is that to remember?
Right.
Steele is charged with lying to investigators to undercut Willie's story. That's why there's a trial in the first place.
Yeah, well.
Meanwhile, the president is over in Germany.
Looking for women.
Greeting the troops, Howard. He's over there talking to the people who are doing the airstrikes on Yugoslavia.
Hey, where's Superman? I need some help over here.
Superman 3 feet tall.
Superman.
Well, he can fit in a phone booth.
He could fit in a barrel.
I think that was Ant-Man.
You should wrestle Marty.
Superman.
So anyway, the president's over there greeting the troops and trying to oversee the...
You threw a gun at him and knock him over.
He'd have to duck the gun.
Right.
To oversee, the NATO airstrikes and to see how they're going. Yesterday, of course, a helicopter crashed over there, killing 2 people.
Right.
Here's Army Major Henry Huntley, U.S. European Command in Stuttgart, Germany. He made the announcement of the crash.
The United States Army AH-64 Apache helicopter crashed about 1:30 a.m. Wednesday, approximately 75 kilometers northeast of Toronto Rennes Airport. The aircraft was
Toronto Anus.
in the support of Operation.
That's what he said?
That sounded like it.
Toronto Anus Airport.
The 2 crew members did die, and all around they're calling it a tragedy, and people are grieving. President Clinton arrived there this morning, and
if you were Japanese, you say pleasant.
yesterday, Mr. Clinton said that NATO can't bargain away the Kosovar Albanians' right to return to their homeland. Here's the president.
President Clinton.
There is no middle ground between returning these innocent people to their homes and turning away from their fate. Whatever can be negotiated, it is not that. They have to be able to go home.
It makes me sleepy.
And once again, Mr. President, what is the goal of the NATO campaign?
This is not a defeat for Serbia we're seeking. What we're seeking is the simple right of the Kosovar Albanians to live in peace on their own land.
What is the president seeking
Cleansing because
in the current Kosovo crisis?
And don't be dopey.
And don't be stupid when you answer it, please.
Meanwhile, what are the troops who are awaiting their trip to Kosovo thinking about this whole thing?
Thank you.
Here's Airman Sean Rice. He's looking at his role in the mission as a patriotic duty.
The United States is all about that. It's in our Constitution, what we do. And I'm very happy to be able to serve. That's a child-long dream of mine, just to be able to serve my country like my father did.
And here's another airman, Eric Sturdivant, who is thinking about the Kosovar Albanians.
Well, I'm just hoping we're doing the right thing. This is what those people want. We're getting them back in their homes, hopefully, so they can lead a normal life like we do.
Yeah, like we do.
Meanwhile, the first refugees are going to be arriving at Fort Dix.
Dix.
In New Jersey.
You mean that Dix, Duty and Dix.
Hillary Clinton will be there to welcome them. And Governor Christie Todd Whitman says that the fort has been made to look less military so that they'll feel at home.
So let's take a break. We'll come back and do some more news. All right. We're doing the news, and we're joined by Ralph.
And unfortunately, Jackie.
My news.
She doesn't get it. Oh, she heard it.
I was just waiting for it to finish.
Right.
What's the problem?
Everyone's looking at you with that serious face.
Anyway, Christie Todd Whitman is anxiously awaiting the refugees from Kosovo. Here's number 18.
I mean, oh, of course.
Aren't we all?
The Army has done an extraordinary job of ensuring that this whole facility that is going to be turned over to the refugees has an atmosphere that is family-like, as much as you can make it. I mean, these are Army barracks, but we're calling them dormitories.
That's nice.
What's going on? We're getting a bunch of refugees?
Yeah.
Only 400 so far.
Oh,
Where are they going to live?
They're the first. They're coming to the
In your house.
And they'll, eventually be bunking with you.
It's a really bad idea.
Oh,
we better get this war over with quick.
So they can stay where they are?
Right.
Meanwhile, Jesse Jackson went over there and brought back 3 soldiers, and now, he's spouting off all over the news, and he says this is a great opportunity.
He's so proud.
Critical juncture, and we have to seize it. So here's Jesse Jackson, number 15.
Ridiculous. He is now, I'll be the president. I'll go over and get these guys.
Yeah.
Shut up. Forget about American U.S. foreign policy. Forget about NATO. I'll go do it. And why does he think this guy, Milosevic, is responding to him? Because it's a race thing. He's playing it for...
It's not a race thing.
Oh, yes.
It's a relations thing.
Oh.
Like, look at me. I'm the good guy. I'm releasing the American prisoner.
Oh, yeah. To Jesse Jackson. He wouldn't release him to just anyone.
Milosevic doesn't care about Jesse Jackson or anybody else.
My pure simple is this bombing...
Wait till you hear this mush mouth.
The means to the end of negotiations, maybe help set the climate. But don't put all your faith in bombs or in missiles when you got minds and morals as well as levels with which
he could have solved the whole thing.
Let's make him president.
Here's more of Jesse Jackson.
With that clear explanation, he could go anywhere and solve things. I like it. We don't need bombs. These people are being ethnically cleansed. Oh, come on. This guy got to be kidding me with that simplistic attitude.
we have a choice at this critical juncture either to seize diplomatic opportunities, and they are emerging with Shira Milton and with Kofi Annan and what we've done. Either you're going to choose this route, or you're going to look at the other alternative.
You have to laugh. You don't understand one thing he said, right?
I have no idea.
He's a negotiator.
And the crisis is at a crossroads, according to Jesse.
Oh, yeah? What number? Please help
Number
me.
16.
No, that's it.
14, 15, and 16.
No. We just played the 2 we had.
There were supposed to be 3.
No, only 2. I forgot.
They're all marked off here. Oh, well. Love to hear Jesse, but we were cut short today.
Give me more of that.
I always like to hear every word.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I threw the thing away.
Whoops. I don't usually do that kind of thing.
Alan Richard, who is the French defense minister in London, he insists that the NATO attacks will continue on Yugoslavia, despite intervention by Jesse Jackson.
We have taken our responsibilities to bring an end to 10 years of intolerable behavior in Europe, and together we will carry on to take them.
Is it still raining?
I don't know.
No. I don't think so.
Meanwhile, one of the American prisoners who was released by Serbia the other day, Christopher Stone, he left a thank you message for the prison guards at the Serb facility where he was held. To all the Serbian guards at this prison, thank you for your kindness and respect. I have much like for Serbian people after this, and I will continue to pray to God for, and he writes a peace sign, and an end to this war. Thank you mostly for the cigarettes you have gave me. Sincerely, Chris Stone Slobodan, which means freedom or free in Serbian.
Oh, wow, isn't that nice?
The letter also contained 2 messages written in Serbo-Croat. Translated, they were, thank you, you are very kind, and God help you.
Yeah, why don't we just send them flowers?
Thanks for locking me up.
So there, he had a very good time.
He fell in love with his oppressor.
Yep.
Somebody locks me up, I'm going to thank him.
Tornadoes continued to touch down in the Midwest yesterday. 43 people died in the tornadoes in Oklahoma City the day before. And they say that many people look like their houses were just ripped apart board by board.
Did you see it on the news?
Yeah.
Did you see those idiots chasing them and filming it?
Well, they all got it from that Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah. They watch that movie, they think it's okay to chase tornadoes.
They call themselves, they have a word for it, tornado geologist or something. Meanwhile, they're like in a pickup truck.
Yeah. And they're trying to measure these things. But they say the winds could have gotten up to 250 miles per hour. These are very, very severe tornadoes. And, to compare it, we've experienced the winds of a hurricane. They say these winds could be 100 miles faster.
Why do they got to measure these things? I mean, what's so important?
Well, it's just like earthquakes. You just got to be able to tell what hit you after it's over.
Yeah. It's like, you're sick, but you got to take your temperature because you want it right to the nth degree.
There you go.
And my mom, I have to do it anally. I have to know the exact temperature.
I got to be very accurate.
Yeah, very accurate with your temperature. I have to talk to the doctor. I go, Mom, if you're a degree off, is that okay?
You still know I got it. I'm still sick here.
Dr. Ray. Oh.
Federal disaster aid is headed to Oklahoma and Wichita, both hard hit by twisters Monday night. President Clinton cleared the way for this financial aid, number 6.
Good.
Thank you.
I've declared Oklahoma a federal disaster area, and we have just completed a similar declaration for the state of Kansas.
I got to get air conditioning in here. I cannot go through the summer like this again.
Frank Keating is the governor of the state of Oklahoma, and he says the number of people affected by the disaster is staggering, number 7.
Oh, can you fan me, Ralph?
Just the number of homes alone, multiplied by an average, let's say, 2.5 people per home, 2 people per home, 3 people per home, you're talking about thousands and thousands of people who are homeless.
And here's the University of Maryland's Russell Dickerson, who says the category of tornado is very rare.
Dickerson.
There are about 1,000 tornadoes in the United States every year, but only 10 or 20 will have this kind of destructive capability. Now, of those 10 or 20, of course, most of them don't hit populated areas. That's the blessing.
What is it, Dave?
Yes.
Right.
Why must we be tortured with the presence of Ralph during the news?
You don't have to be. You can turn off the radio, idiot.
Well, I don't want to turn off the radio to listen to you, you moron. I turn it on to listen to Howard.
Well, you know what? Today you got a surprise.
Your 2 cents is driving me nuts.
Today's your medicine.
Today's your...
God.
You know, everything in life's a trade-off, man.
Today's your lucky day.
What is it?
Say about that?
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Fight of the century. I got to see a boxing match between Ralph and Jackie. If you look at the E-tapes of when you guys had the beauty pageant, Ralph throws a punch at Jackie with his wrist. It's hysterical. You got to see it and play it back.
I'm not a fighter, man.
Well, you fight with Jackie enough with your mouth. How about let's see a boxing match? I'll play.
Let's settle once and for all.
Why would I want to box Jackie?
He's not a fighter. He's a faggot.
Oh, come on, Jackie. Now I'm going to beat you.
Let's get physical.
Pay-per-view all the way.
Fists or purses, Ralph?
Oh.
What do you have more of?
All right, thank you.
You got to play that back.
All right.
Bye.
Says you punch like a girl. Well, who cares?
Well, I don't care.
That's all.
There was an arrest yesterday in the Littleton, Colorado shooting. A guy named Mark Manis was arrested. He was accused of selling the guns to the 2 guys who shot up the school. He also apparently used to take them out for target practice. He used to go shooting with them. But he claims that he had no idea what they were planning to do. Here is his attorney, Robert Ransom, who says Manis never had a clue of the impending bloodbath, number 9.
Mark is the only visible person connected to the Columbine case. We have a fear or a thought that, maybe everyone's anger is going to need a place to be directed, and I'm hopeful that it's not all directed at Mark.
And
don't worry, I'm taking most of the heat.
Taking most of it.
Attorney says that his client has been nothing but cooperative.
Mark felt so bad about what happened that when we talked about it, he decided that what he wanted to do was come forward and cooperate 100%.
So he posted bail yesterday, and he is cooperating with the police. Meanwhile, in Baltimore the other day, the Cubans were here, the national Cuban team. They played, they won, and then they went home. Here's the sound of the celebration when they arrived back in Cuba, number 20.
Number 20?
I think, no, it's not number 20, number 19.
There's chickens.
Well, that's some celebration. Meanwhile, as I said, there would be a defector, and there is one. One of the coaches, the pitching coach, turned himself into the Baltimore police. He walked into the police station last night and said, I don't want to go home.
How did he sneak out? I thought they had, guards and stuff all around.
Well, they said there was practically 3 guards to every person on the team, but he got out.
Isn't that a great country when you get to watch your team so closely? What does that tell you about the country? That's who wins. We won because we're the ones that don't have to defect to Cuba.
Yeah. Our lives don't depend on it winning.
We really should have sent the Baltimore Orioles to Cuba and kept these Spanish guys here to play.
Ninosca Perez is a Cuban-American national, and he says that he questions Cuba's motivation for the game.
When you see things like what happened with the umpire beating a protester, you realize that so much goodwill behind the games, and it just becomes pure propaganda for a dictatorship.
Yeah, some guy ran out on the field in the middle of the game, and one of the umpires for Cuba just beat the heck out of him.
Yeah. Everybody's a little upset.
Yeah, she also says that Rigoberto Herrera, who is the man who walked into the police station, will not be the only defector, number 21.
There are some rumors, though, that are not confirmed that there are other 4 that stayed behind. I believe the intersection is saying that they fell asleep.
Yes, several of them fell asleep and missed their plane back home. And now they are saying that they will return home. They do not want to stay here. At first, there was
some confusion.
It was confusing, and the United States was thinking of maybe holding them here and getting a chance to talk to them. But it now appears that it was just an oversight. They did fall asleep. Here's Democratic Congressman Robert Menendez of New Jersey, who had been planning a peaceful protest at the game Monday night. He says the defector did the right thing.
We have a situation in which this person clearly wants to live in freedom, and I think it speaks to the fact that not everything in Cuba is as people would have us believe.
Right. Well, I don't think anybody believes it's fun over there.
No, nobody's rushing to give up their U.S. citizenship and live there.
No.
The State Boxing Commission, in the light of that very controversial draw in the last Holyfield-Lennox Lewis fight, has decided to change the rules here in New York regarding boxing. They are now going to have more input into the selection of judges, and they will also demand a lot of financial information from those judges so that they can make sure that their vote is not compromised during a boxing match.
Jeez. Any other things they could think of to make this thing work? Muhammad Ali would have been a better judge.
Oh, dear. A blind man could have seen that fight better. And tomorrow may be the day that Amy Fisher finds out if she'll be set free.
Can't believe it.
She was interviewed by the parole board yesterday, 2 weeks after a judge reduced her 5 to 15-year sentence, making her eligible for immediate parole. She has gained the forgiveness of her victim, Mary Jo Buttafuoco, and now she says that she wants to go free to resurrect her life. There are rumors floating around that she has been offered a job by the fashion industry, and that she and Mary Jo Buttafuoco have a deal to write a book together.
Well,
just rumors.
Good luck to Mary Jo, because I got news for you. There's an attempted murderer on the loose.
How long was she in jail?
7 years. For shooting someone in the head? You know, guys who deal marijuana do life. It's unbelievable. Freaky. I hope Joey's all right.
And remember the little girl? She was about, I guess, 14 when they discovered that she had been switched at birth?
Yes.
Well, now they say that she's lost her own child. The Florida Department of Children and Families placed 20-month-old Devin Weeks in foster care last week. She's been having trouble. She had a lot of trouble after there was a custody battle over her.
Right.
She first won the right to live with her father, who wasn't her real father, and then decided to leave him. And she bounced back and forth between these two families for a long while, got married at a very young age, and now it appears that she's having trouble holding on to her own kid. So they are not releasing the details of why they have taken her child away. They cited the confidentiality laws, but they said the state has the right to remove kids when it is shown that they have been abused, neglected, or abandoned.
Right.
I guess it messes you up when you find out you're not in the right family.
You think?
I guess so. It looks like it in that case.
I'm praying I'm from a different family. Investigate.
And there's a disease, I think we have mentioned this before, but there's now, this is the first time they've held a big conference on it. There's a disease that causes people to smell like rotting fish.
Yeah, Jackie has that.
Sometimes it's inherited, other times it can be caused by liver damage. But there's certain people who just smell. And they smell so bad, people don't want to be around them, and it really affects their lives.
Wow.
So they held this conference. The National Institute of Health held a 2-day conference for people suffering from this disease.
Who went?
How bad did that sting?
People in oxygen tents.
There is no cure, but they now think they have a special diet that helps about 75% of the people who suffer. It means eating no fish, chicken, meat products, because it's, this inability to break down a certain protein that causes you to smell like you're rotting.
Benji's the poster boy.
It's really sad. They say that this one woman who had it, co-workers were protesting having to work with her, and she couldn't do anything about it. One doctor encouraged her to have a hysterectomy to try to get rid of the odor, and that did nothing, of course.
Just try anything.
At least it keeps you from having a kid.
Where it was coming from.
If I had that, I'd put like a duty in every room of my house so that people would blame the duty. It's not me. It's the duty.
Be really dirty, so there's an excuse.
Yes, why don't you take that duty out of your house?
One woman in New York stopped working because of the disorder, and she spent something like $28,000 on exploratory surgery and tests that her insurance company wouldn't pay for. So it just really messes up people's lives.
Why don't they just hand out clothespins?
Things out there. Clothespins to everybody who has to be around these people. Just imagine you're a family member. They said it ruins family relationships, work relationships.
They should just all have a colony and work and live together.
What is it, Jackie?
I know I stink. Just wear this.
They say this is not like cancer. If someone knows you have cancer, they have concern. But everyone looks at people with this disease, and they think there's a bad hygiene problem.
Remember that movie Mask, where the deformed kid takes up with a blind girl?
Yeah.
What they got to do is find somebody who can't smell.
Yeah, somebody whose nose doesn't work.
Right. Then they can make love.
So many weird things going on.
Like, why would God do that?
I know.
It'll make you so you smell. Really.
So weird.
And you don't want those people having kids, because then the gene will get in, then everyone will stink like fish.
Sandy, you smell good.
Tonight is the 200th episode of Law & Order, and Julia Roberts is the guest star. It airs on NBC. Here she says she's amazed at how hard TV actors work. 23.
Oh, she's like complimenting TV actors? Right.
She's insulting them.
Well, it's like, who could work that hard for such little money?
So much fun. It was such hard work. I feel like I nap during movies now that I've done an hour-long drama.
You people don't know movies. Yeah, she probably does nap during the movies.
Those people work so hard, I couldn't believe it.
And Benjamin Bratt, of course, is her boyfriend. He also stars in the show. He says for him, the 200th episode is just another day at the office.
It's 199 too many.
199 degrees in here.
Benjamin Bratt, please, number 33.
Oh, 33. Oh, jeez.
For me, I think in real life, much like my character in his life, the Lions...
He's banging Julia Roberts. I'll tell you, she's very attractive.
I'm a professional actor.
Should have seen her. She was cute.
Cute, was she?
Yeah.
But she's not hot, though, right?
No, she's not dirty.
Yeah, she's not going to get down.
Yeah.
Tonight on Access Hollywood, Benjamin Bratt will be explaining why he's leaving Law & Order.
Big film career. Because he has to work too hard.
Yeah, she convinced him he's working too hard.
And for those of you who don't know, here's the theme from Law & Order, number 24.
Do you watch this show or something?
No.
Why do you have to listen to
Wow, that's a great theme. Jackie smells like fish.
Great show. No, it's not great. It's okay if there's nothing else on. It's a great show. It's not a great show.
No, you're not just talking about it.
There's a new movie called The Mummy hitting theaters this week. Brendan Fraser star. And he says The Mummy called for unusual skills.
Which he didn't have to play. I think it's great. Call upon everything that serious acting.
What, is he hiding from somebody?
Yeah, he doesn't want the law to find him.
Teach myself to laugh.
He doesn't want the movie police to find him.
Exactly prepared to play a part like this. I mean, that involved camel riding.
He's a bore.
He rode a camel. He thought that was great.
Yeah.
It's a good thing he's good looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Rachel Weisz, who also is in the film, says the hotel accommodations while shooting were less than ideal.
Is she hot, Rachel Weisz?
She's hot sometimes, but not all, you know what I mean? At the right angle.
The right light. But you can't always depend on that light.
You can't.
The desert, it was just the desert, the hotel. It had 4 stars.
Hello.
The 4 stars. Thousands of cockroaches.
Cockroaches.
Your plug in the bath.
Cockroaches.
Cover them in the...
Hey, did you see Helena Bonham Carter at the pool?
Yeah.
Did you see her armpits? She has big, hairy armpits.
I thought she had a nice body.
She has a great body.
Who is she?
She's an actress in a bunch of films you would never see.
Chick flicks.
Like,
she does.
Yeah.
No, more Shakespearean.
Chick flick.
She was at the pool. She had a tight body.
Yeah, nice body. She was in bathing suit.
And she wore these big black combat boots with a bathing suit.
Yeah. And she had
Combat boots with the bathing suit?
wacky hair.
Yeah, wacky hair. She was being a bohemian, like an actress.
But
Well, she lived at home with her parents until she was like 30 or
Yeah, she's all freaky.
Big, dark, nasty hair on her arms. Why would a woman
that
do
is
that?
such a turn-off.
to keep you away. It's a Ralph repellent.
It worked.
That'll repel 99% of guys. Believe me.
I don't get that.
No.
That's like one of the guys. You know what it looks like? It always looks like that she put a full Nelson on somebody. Got him in a headlock.
It's also the season-ending episode of It's Like You Know that airs on ABC TV. Jennifer Grey.
5 episodes that just started.
Yeah. Jennifer Grey says she's tired of all the attention surrounding her nose job.
Well,
she creates it. She finally gets some attention. Now she.
Well, I'm actually just kind of tired of the whole nose talk. You know, in my mind, it's just old nose. You know. Me too. It's old nose because it's a very old story for
Honey,
me, and it
you don't
was
look
so
like yourself.
Overexploited.
There's never been a person on this
I
planet.
don't even believe this is Jennifer Grey.
Me neither. There's never been like Paul McCartney when he died. I don't believe this new guy is Paul McCartney either. I tell you something. There has never been a person on this planet who completely changed their face by getting a nose job like her.
I don't believe it's her.
She is completely unidentifiable.
Somebody find the real Jennifer Grey.
The girl who was Baby, that ain't no Baby.
She even had a different voice.
Yeah.
Plus, it's the premise of the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't like the attention.
Right.
They did a whole show about it.
And surprise, surprise, Bryant Gumbel is going to do the morning show at CBS.
Oh, God.
And here he is thanking those involved in making the deal.
Nobody ever left the Broadway show talking about the set. There's also an axiom in television that when you want to change your fortunes, you change the set. We've taken that to extremes, and so let me start by adding my thanks to the mayor and to Donald and to Phil for helping to make this happen. I think it's going to be good for the city of New York. I know it's going to be
What's
good
he talking about?
for
They're giving him a
CBS.
new set that's going to be like the Today Show set where you can look at them.
Oh, man. Gee, how original. This idiot leaves NBC to come to CBS because he doesn't want to wake up early in the morning anymore. He's on the #1 show. Now he's going to go to CBS.
And see if he can make lightning strike twice.
Yeah. But he could have stayed.
So why did he decide to host this new show?
It's because
I'm bombing everywhere else.
I enjoy live television, and morning is the best place to do that.
Liar.
The opportunity to do 2 hours of live television on CBS, the new state-of-the-art facility, is an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, oh, please.
And what was the biggest hurdle to overcome in making this decision?
Personality.
How should I know?
Personal lifestyle. Really. Personal lifestyle. I mean, let's not kid each other. I mean, the idea of getting up at 4:10 every day and committing yourself to 2 hours of a live broadcast.
Wow.
And
what a sacrifice.
into the night. It's a grind. It's a real grind.
What a sacrifice he's making for the public.
For 2 hours. Just people
2 hours a day. Yeah.
And,
Imagine getting up early in the morning and working 2 hours and making millions of dollars.
For his millions and millions of dollars worth of salary.
It's pretty horrible. And he doesn't have to think of a thing. All he's got to do is read off the teleprompter. Oh, man. You know what? Take that job away from him. Really. Let him work like everyone else. It's absurd.
He should have to get up and drive a bus for a week.
Right.
Kevin Kline.
Yeah, come to think of it.
Kevin Kline is
sick of these people that don't work hard.
and make millions.
I have to go back to bed now.
Wait for you when it's time to go to the Playboy Mansion.
I'm having a great life is what Ralph always says.
Great crap.
Right.
Kevin Kline is in a new movie with Michelle Pfeiffer called A Midsummer Night's Dream.
You should have seen Ralph meeting Hef. It was like a kid meeting the Pope. It was like he met his soulmate.
You know, the first day...
Hi, Hef.
The first day I saw him, he had like a suit on.
Yeah.
It was kind of disappointing. And then we went back and he had the pajamas on. And that was it.
Yeah, Ralph was like...
That was great.
Hey, Hef, who picks out your pajamas?
Because I said to Ralph, I go, oh, look at this guy in pajamas. And he goes, oh, So cool.
I love the way in the screening, like, everybody sits in chairs and he sits in a big couch with his girls.
With his girls.
Yeah.
On a separate couch.
Separate couch.
Yeah.
It's great.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. And that's beautiful.
That's the life.
Right.
That's the life.
Kevin, did we get to Kevin Kline?
Who cares? We're talking about half Rob. What about him?
He's in a new play.
Oh, boy.
I mean, a new movie about the play, A Midsummer Night's Dream.
No one will see it.
Was it fun playing a bad actor?
You have to really know how to do it well in order to do it poorly. I hope that's true.
When did he become brave?
And you could probably just, if you're a clever director, tell the actors, just do your damnedest, and believe me, it'll be funny.
He's all serious. Cares.
And Aidan Quinn is in a new film. It's called This Is My Father. It opens in select cities on Friday. He gained 30 pounds for the role and wanted to lose it for his next film, 50 Violins, with Meryl Streep. So here he is to talk about that.
I keep having these parts where it's not that important, because when I got this part with Meryl Streep, I said, okay, Meryl, I think I'm going to start working out now. I got to get in shape now. We got to do bed scenes.
All right. I got to start working out now. 50 violins. That's 50 violins too many.
And there are real, there's a song by, what's that group with Flavor Flav?
Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
911 is a joke. Well, there have been a lot of problems with the 911 system here in New York. They say now they're going to fix it this morning, but officials will now try to determine what went wrong. There were random delays of up to 30 seconds from 3 o'clock yesterday to 7 in the evening. Emergency calls eventually reached operators, and the system never shut down as it did in January after a power failure, but they were having trouble getting people on the line. The 911 system also was hit by a slowdown on April 28th. Bell Atlantic could not confirm any slowdown. The company says its tests found delays on only one or two seconds. So there is something going on with the 911 system here in New York, and they say they're tracking down the problem.
How about 922 wine? How's that doing?
That's doing okay. You can always get through.
516.
Unfortunately, it always works.
516-922 wine.
You can always get through there. And this is one of those Twilight Zone kind of things. Yeah. In Altona, New York, a guy named Ray Barnaby saw a flipped-over pickup truck with 2 legs sticking out from under it. So he rushed to call for help, ran over to the scene to try to comfort the victim, but got the shock of his life when he asked the injured man his name. He said, "I'm Dick Barnaby." Dick Barnaby is his brother.
Oh, my God. Get out of here. I mean, you hadn't seen his brother in years or something?
No, it was just that, you see a flipped over truck, you go running for help and you find out it's your brother.
I don't think that's Twilight Zone-ish. Maybe it was like if it was his name and it looked just like him or something. But
I think Dick might have fallen asleep at the wheel
and then the guy
in upstate New York.
And then the guy disappeared. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's driving again and he sees the guy again under the truck, but in a different place.
By the time rescuers pulled him free, it was too late. He died later at the hospital with massive head and chest injuries.
Wow. See, that would be Twilight Zone.
That's the problem. The guy died.
Or the guy was stuck under a truck, and then he had a ventriloquist dummy with him, and the dummy started screaming for help.
Following him around.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Your Twilight Zones are way too weird.
Yeah.
He saw the guy in the truck, and then for the rest of his life, everybody laughed at everything he said.
Yeah, and then a TV set chased him out the window.
I thought she was going to say he went over and grabbed the legs, and that's all it was there.
Right.
That's not Twilight Zone. That's the Jackie Joke Man show.
Fun.
It's my show. The Jackie Show.
Wait a second. Donut.
The joke files.
Yeah. They pulled the legs off. They're not real. I'm selling those legs on my webpage.
What else is in the news, Robin?
That's what's happening.
All right, Robin, Jackie, Penthouse Joke Page Martling, the man who everyone is laughing at. Not with. His 3 Filthy Joke CDs are only $12 plus $4 U.S. shipping. Also on cassette, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING for Jackie. His Raunchy Oleo CDs, also available at all Sam Goodies and Coconuts. A Filthy 3D Joke Man and online catalog. Visit jokeland.com. So first he has an ad for his CD, you call his number, and then you can get the same thing on Oleo.
I want people to know where they can get them.
He's trying to confuse people, so either way they get in touch with him, they're gonna get some of his...
Maybe they buy them twice because they think they're different CDs.
Have you listened to
I guess if you're stupid enough to call one of those numbers...
Ralph, you used to come to my shows. You used to come to my shows and tell me how funny I was, and then you became up Howard's butt.
Yeah, see, you know...
you know.
problem is, he thinks...
That you're on my side.
Yeah.
So now I'm not funny.
It's us and
Wait a
them.
minute. He knew Ralph before you and what he's saying?
What are you saying?
Not before Howard.
He just got upset when I started going out to your house and things like that.
Yeah. And then he thinks like now you're his enemy. Right.
Like even Nancy said so. Him and Ned, like 3 or 4 years ago, I went to a dinner, and Nancy said something like, "Oh, we don't see you anymore now that you're friends with Howard."
Right. You're like I turned you against them.
I care less about being friends. I care about him saying that my stuff is crap.
But you think he's saying it because he's friends with me? I didn't put him up to it. Why do I have to always get blamed for your problems?
I'm blaming you. I'm blaming him.
Nah, you always do.
I was just looking for a free drink, Jackie. It's not funny.
That's hard to believe. And now you're getting free plane rides.
Flea what?
I can't. I'm so excited talking to you.
I want to thank Tiffany Taylor. She's the girl who came in from Playboy, and she has a website, TiffanyTaylor.com.
You want to thank Marty.
I want to thank Marty the Midget Kleber, who is,
his last name.
I know, is at Madison Square Garden from May 6th to May 16th, and you can buy tickets to the Madison Square Garden box office via 212-307-4111. 75-year-old Granny was in here, too, rapping Granny, 1-800-655-4321.
Her for your party.
Or FruityNutcake.com.
Hey, Ralph, don't you want to plug your Blue Boy layout?
What's that, Jackie? A magazine you read?
Yeah.
Jackie got some...
It's a nice headed.
At least I have it. I don't get that. Look in the mirror.
You'll get it.
You'll get it.
Okay, Moose Nose.
Oh, don't get all of it.
Do this all day.
That's my
enjoying this.
Hey, Pinocchio!
Jackie, you know what? You're so handsome, I can't find anything to goof on.
the most handsome guy in the show.
It's not easy to deal with a pageant winner.
I know. Especially I was in the pageant.
That still breaks your heart.
Hey, Danny of Danny's Hard Drive will be here tomorrow. Don't forget about the Saturday night show. I gave you the rundown, including Solitaire the Sex Slave's bologna toss, rather.
We were united in that, Howard.
We sure were. You wait till you see it. Wait till you see Jackie's bologna toss, right on the crack of her butt.
Oh, that's great.
Kendra Jade, the porn star, and her 70-year-old boyfriend. Check that out. And something that is a must-see, exclusive for television, Anastasia the Whore bangs grandpa and grandson. It is amazing how good-looking she is.
That I gotta see.
You've got to see it. It is great. Grandpa is into the butt.